30 minutes. I muted him. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Everybody, another week, another day, another dollar. I am Air Scott, and I'm here to talk with you with my new co-host, Kevin.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
What the hell? What in the hell is going on, y'all? We don't know what the hell is going on. That's why we come to you every Friday at 9 o'clock. We just trying to figure it out. Look, I'm out here just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Yeah, and it's Black History Month, man. I want to start the show off with my friend from college got the RBG watch, Tally and Twine. I want to flex my RBG for Black History Month, man. Shout out.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Black watch designer.
Black
HBCU
watch
graduate.
designer. That's right.
Tally and Twine. Right. Check it out.
Tally and Twine. We should play an ad for Tally and Twine on here. But yes, we definitely want to promote our people. We want you to buy Black. If you want a very sophisticated timepiece, Tally and Twine, definitely look them up. Hopefully by you watching this, it'll start to show up in your news feed like it does for the rest of us. How you been doing? How are things going up north? You're in Virginia. I'm down in Atlanta. We connected to Savannah.
It's just cold. It's just cold. That's all. It's been snowing up here. I live on the beach, and I actually saw snow on the beach, which was dope. I've never seen the snow on the beach. I thought that was
wow.
Yeah.
Well, it snowed. Well, yeah, it snowed in Savannah a few years ago, and I'm imagining it was snow on the beach there. So we got a good show lined up for y'all. It's been kind of a little bit of a slow political week, so we're going to get down and dirty into some serious and deep issues that are affecting the African American diaspora. One of the things we're going to talk about, we're going to get a little controversial. We are going to talk about QAnon. I do want to talk about that, and Black Qs. I know y'all know some Black QAnons out there. Some people have been smoking that Trump. I want to talk about what's next for those Black Republicans. How are Black Republicans feeling? Where y'all going from here? We're going to give y'all a little bit of real estate. Then I want to talk very strongly about what's next for Black America. We're looking at Joe Biden with his advancing racial equity. His advancing racial equity executive order, but I really want to get down and dirty to what it is Black people should be doing to advance an agenda that's going to help improve our lives here as citizens of this, great or maybe not so great nation. We here, it's ours. What are we going to do about it? We're going to keep whining, complaining, or we're going to do something about it? Let's stop talking about it and be about it. Then we're going to hit something hard. You're going to like this one, Kevin. Black leaders and the media buffoonery. Why they always designate Tyler Perry, comedians, rappers, and shucker and jivers is our leaders. Mm-hmm. Who got together and elected Kevin Hart
or T.I.
Since when are rappers and athletes our leaders? Do we not have Cornel West? Do we not have intellectual minds?
Absolutely.
Who can be represented as our leaders? I want to talk about that, and then anything else that's on your mind, we're gonna talk about it tonight, fam. What you got for us, Kevin?
So a topic that has been plaguing me lately is, and it goes along with the QAnon topic, is the Black folks who are, I think it's the Black woke community. I can't put my finger on which community this is, but it's the folks who are saying we didn't come from Africa. we've been here originally. Like they're denying Africa. Like I don't know
What?
where this movement. I don't know where this movement has come from, but it's a movement that's gaining momentum in the Black conscious community of folks who are saying we didn't come from Africa and we've been here originally. And I think it goes along the lines of people reading the book of They Came Before Columbus. Of course, we circumnavigated the globe before the Europeans, but were we here in numbers enough to enslave us here, and the transatlantic slave trade never happened? Like, I don't know. I don't know where that idea
What?
came from. Yes, and it's yes.
And
There
are
are
these?
tons of folks.
There are, okay, wait. These are not black people, right?
Yes, these are Black people. These are African Americans who claim that the transatlantic slave trade is a lie. It never happened, and we were here. We aren't African. We are natives to America. Like, what the fuck? Like, where did that come from? I don't know. I would love to have one of those people here, because I get, if I post anything pro African on my page, I get a lot of folks. Oh, we ain't all from Africa. We not from Africa. And it's like my parents were my great grandparents were natives. Like, what the, I don't know. I-
So slavery deniers, if you guys know a transatlantic slavery denier, have them tune into this show. I really want to hear from them. I have
Me
not
too.
come across, yeah, I've not come across this community. That is really, really interesting. I've never actually come across slavery deniers, but here's one community, one group that I don't necessarily agree with. I am not um I don't agree with the ADOS movement.
Natives.
You know,
Okay.
ADOS. So ADOS is, for those of you who don't know, we're gonna do a little homework here, because it's not just the Trumpicans that are clinging on to these conspiracy theories. It's also us. Ivan Cohen says Trump has been refined. It can be smoked like a blunt. Uh-oh, they know you on tonight, Kevin. It can be snorted like cocaine. It can be dipped like snuff. Stay tuned. A bubblegum version of Trump is coming out.
I
Wow.
agree, Ivan. I agree. We're gonna get the next one. We definitely
Yeah.
gonna get another one. Absolutely.
We're-
People see
we're-
that routine works. I mean, you're gathering people who feel they don't have a voice. And anytime you amplify a voice of a people who's feeling unheard, they're gonna back you 100%. And that's all Trump did. And somebody's gonna follow that same role. So I
Marjorie Taylor
absolutely agree.
Greene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How about, is Marjorie Taylor Greene, a version of Trump that's coming out? What do we think? Is she a version?
I don't think so. I don't think she has the oomph enough. I think she's too far left. I mean, because even though Trump was a nut, he really never got on TV and said any QAnon crazy conspiracies. Like he
Yeah,
would,
he
I
he
guess,
stayed he
gave
stayed
them
clear of
hits.
them.
Yeah, so it's going to be a person who caters to that audience, but not as crazy as Marjorie Trump. As
And
Marjorie.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, yeah, and
Yeah.
she got to be from, and the horrible part is that she is from Georgia. That's what
Why
I
is that
can't get
horrible?
over.
Shit. Outside of Atlanta, Savannah, and Augusta, like the rest of Georgia, it's some crazy old crazies. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't surprised at all. Shit.
Yes, yes. Rosa says New Jersey in the house. Hey, Rose.
Shout out Jersey. I used to live in
Jersey.
Jersey, man.
Did you? Where'd you live at in
Yeah.
Jersey?
I lived in the Philly part of Jersey, like South
The Phil-
Jersey.
oh, the Philly.
The Philly part of Jersey. Yeah.
Okay. So I really want to, let's see what we got here. Oh, I said don't advertise Coke. They took my Coca-Cola. I must have drank my Coke on the air. We gotta, hey, bring me your products. If you are a black product maker, bring me your products. Tally and Twine, I will do a shout out to a black soda. Thank you for joining me and following me here to the All Things Relevant platform. I know my viewers are like, where is she? Because I normally go from my personal page, but we're going to try to put it all on the Black Media Network platform and share it from there. So one of the things I want to talk about tonight, Kevin, we're going to get deep on this. And this is going to be a hard-hitting topic. I'm going to put this up right now. You know, that's my favorite word, right? Blue liquor trustees.
Elected sellouts. Okay.
Elected sellouts. Let me qualify that. We're going to talk about something, an emerging story that is unfolding down in the Deep South. And it's part of the study that I've been doing on racial equity and what Black women and Black men have to contend with in these government-appointed positions under the purview of Black elected leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at Atlanta. There isn't an emerging story with the scandal for an appointed government employee coming out of Atlanta right now, but there is one coming out of the Savannah area in Chatham County, and it has to do with the Chatham Area Transit Board. There is a scandal. But I want to just bring this up, even if you're not from Georgia, I want to share this with the audience and this same old tired trope. The same trope of Black elected leaders. Somebody Black has a great executive job, but they not safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then the white media comes in and destroys them. Right now, there is an interesting story. Let me see if I can find it. It's an interesting story about a woman who, first Black woman who was the Chatham Area Transit CEO. Now, apparently, this woman was bad.
Okay.
When I mean bad, they say she was awesome. Let me see if I can find a picture of her somewhere. Let's see. If I can find a picture. We're gonna put her picture up here because we wanna show people what's going on. They don't even have a picture. Boy, they don't even want you to know what she looked like. Boy, oh boy, they didn't. You know, of course, I done looked in old Savannah Morning News, old racist Savannah Morning News, and you can't find no picture of her. Of course, they're not gonna let her photograph be in the article.
So
but
what's going on with her?
She was fired. I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to grab her now. She was fired prematurely, apparently, and illegally. So what happened was the new chairman of the Chatham County Commission got in office, reappointed one of the other Tabitha Odell, one of the other Chatham County commissioners, to the CAT board. Mm-hmm. Now, all boards and commissions are under the purview of the state. Mm-hmm. So apparently they fired this woman because she was uncovering fraud. She uncovered and stumbled onto all the fraud. Here she is real quick. We're going to put her up on. That is Bakara. Her name is Bakara Malden. Apparently, she's a member of like the Federal Transportation Administration executives. So she's got all these connections at the federal level. They hired basically they hired a superstar to run the Chatham Area Transit. Now, you and I both know how corrupt these small southern towns are. And I don't know if the rest of the nation knows just how corrupt things are in small towns like Savannah. So the new Black Democratic chairman of the county commission illegally appointed a former commissioner to the Chatham Area Transit Board. They got on board, tried to force her to use some consultants, and she said no. So they fired her. She'd only been there about 7 months. Come to find out, she was uncovering financial fraud going on at CAT. Mm-hmm. She discovered that 2 executives at CAT had been embezzling COVID funds, paying themselves an extra salary to the tune of thousands, upwards of tens of thousands of dollars a month.
Wow.
And so they fired her. Basically, they fired her right in the middle of a whistleblower protection act. So right now, you should see the step and fetch game going on down there in Savannah. The chairman of the county commission has issued a letter trying to, make his illegal appointment official. The county attorney has issued a letter. He's like, I ain't got nothing to do with them niggas. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. He issued it. I didn't have nothing to do with this appointment. Then there's a whole other campaign trying to discredit her. The problem is they fired the wrong sister.
Oh, she about to let him have it.
She about to let him have it because if they terminate her, yeah, and now all this stuff is coming out. There's all this corruption. Here's my point. We have a black Democratic majority on the county commission, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 white people, and that's it. Everybody else, all 6, they could do whatever they want to do. We have the same thing on the city of Savannah.
So if we're going to talk about elected sellouts and bootlicking trustees in Savannah, we got to talk about the mayor. So in the middle of the Black Lives Matter crisis this summer, you come out with a program to support the police. So you telling me the black mayor of the blackest, one of the blackest cities in Georgia, in the middle of black people uprising, saying that they've been treated unfairly and treated unjust and not been treated as humans in America by the government and by the police, you come out with a program to support the police. Come on, dog. Come on now. So if we're gonna talk about it in the city of Savannah, we got to talk about it. Come on, Mr. Mayor. I need you to talk. I would love to talk to you about why the hell you thought that was a good idea to come out with a program I think it was wear orange for the police or some goofy shit like, bruh, what? What? Talk to me, Mr. Mayor. That's who I need to talk to. Bootlicking trustees in Savannah. We got to talk about the mayor. I mean, that was some bootlicking, bruh. What?
That was, yes. So what do we do? Why are we still not safe when our people are in charge?
That's funny. I don't know.
You think it's Willie Lynch? You think it's, is it the Willie Lynch syndrome? Give me a banner up there talking about are we still suffering from the fictitious Willie Lynch syndrome? Why are we still not safe? Why is this so hard? Now, let me give you an example of why we are so messed up. First black woman DA was elected last November, Shalana Cook Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? So ousted Meg Heap, right? Just smacked her in the forehead and sent her back to the house, like in resounding rebuke, because that woman ran the nastiest, most racist campaign against her ever. And she got a high heel print on across her head, red bottoms with SCJ tamped into them. But anyway, the governor turned around and appointed her to the Georgia Board of Paroles and Pardons. She's now on the parole board. So the white Republican governor went ahead and got the defame. That woman was losing endorsements by the time her campaign ended. And the white Republican governor said, "Come on over here, baby. We know they hate you down there, but we're gonna put you over the whole, They don't even care that they listen, white people will when it comes to politics, remember the Republicans were supporting the darn pedophile governor who was running for mayor in Alabama, running for Senate in Alabama? They supported that dude who was found guilty of sleeping with a 16-year-old.
Wow.
We can't. I'm listening.
No, so I'm about to say, Mr. Mayor in the previous life was, that's what it was. He used to be the folks. Oh, that's why he's so soft on the police. So maybe it's okay. So for a city like Savannah, and if we're using the mayor's example, like, okay, you're an elected fixture, you're the mayor. Why are you still so soft on these issues that affect people of color? I don't even like to use that word. If that affects black people, I don't.
Well, just say, but yeah, we have to be bold enough to say black. Because if it was someone Jewish, they'd be Jewish. If it was Latino, they'd be Latino. We can say black.
So in a city like Savannah, we know it's a lot of old money there that's really running the scene. I don't want to get too conspiracy theory-ish or whatever.
It ain't conspiracy. Everybody know it.
And once you get in office, you may realize that you don't run the scene. Like it's probably some folks in Savannah. It is some folks in Savannah with some 1800 money, and their family's probably still running the scene, and so you gotta kind of play the fiddle, because you got these people who really running the scene that can take you down if you don't do what they say. So maybe the power isn't in them; it's in some other force or group of money that's running the scene. That's what it got. That's what I would think.
So I agree. And I think I think you're being generous when you say 1800 money. It's some 1700 money.
Exactly.
It's a whole reparations trust that we should have that's probably running. So here's the thing I wanna submit to the black leaders. How come we ain't figured out after all this time how to, like we need sharper minds in office? Because if you're the one in the office and you're the one holding the gavel, it wouldn't matter who those people are. I'd have myself so insulated and wrapped up, and them looking over here, and me doing what I need to do over there. I'd have been them pulled the wool over them people. They not that clever.
Mm-hmm.
They are not that clever.
Yeah, we don't elect organizers. Like, organizers would know to do that. We don't elect organizers.
There you go. Organizers would know to look. Keep them focusing on this over here. Go on in that meeting and say, "Yep, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna do that," and walk out the door and be like, "Shit." I'll be just like Nat Turner. I'll be done kick the door open. Look, I'm finna tell these people over here that this is what we doing, but I want you to do this. I'd be giving my people the playbook on how to weasel and squirm those hidden hands out of power.
I mean, but if you wasn't for the people before you got elected, you're not gonna be for the people once you get in office. So I mean,
so you think so it's not so what you're saying is not a case of he got in office or these people get in office and then they realize they're not in charge. But you know what? That's why we need to elect people who are not afraid to speak truth to power.
But our election system costs money, and you got to get money to beat those folks, and those folks got way more money than people who are trying to speak power. That's how the election system set up. You got to get that money from somewhere.
Which is why I'm gonna say this again. Edna Jackson would have never lost her election if she had fed her people. If we elected office now help tell me if you agree with this. Elected office is one of the rare times when black people are playing on an even playing field. And when we get into elected office, it is incumbent to us that we leverage the power of that office to give as many of our people jobs, to make sure as many of our people get as many contracts, as contractors with the city or the county that we're over. It's up to us to feed our people the way they feed their people. They're not, that's all they do.
I mean, but when we do it, we get treated like my man Kwame in Detroit. You feel me? Like, I mean, Kwame, that's pretty much what Kwame did, and they put some fair charges on Cuz.
And then that's Trump let him out. Too. Trump just let him out.
Yeah, that's my dog too. I used to live in Detroit and to work with the city workers. I used to meet with Kwame. Kwame, my man. Shout out Kwame, man. Free my dog.
He's out.
But yeah. Okay, he out. Okay, he got
Trump got him out. Trump let him out.
My man.
Leave Kwame alone. It's happening.
My man. That's what happens.
So like, is that? So what you're saying is, I'm not saying rig the contracting system, but I'm saying is you can put people in place to run a minority participation program that's robust, and you can put the measures in place to ensure that 30% in contracts that you're supposed to be getting out to minorities, that they get it. You could do that if you have the political will.
Yeah.
Atlanta did it. He did, Maynard Jackson did it. And he didn't have to do nothing. He fought. I heard the stories from Tommy Dortch and all those guys back in the day. They was almost in fisticuffs in some of them executive sessions and meetings. But they got it done. Kicking and screaming into the night. They got it done. Why don't our elected leaders know that? And why do they think that they're going to be spared once those white people that are handling them are done with them? Come on, I want to hear from you. I'm tired of talking. I can't do all the talking. Come on, give me some motivation now. I want to know if Van is being handled by all these people, if Chester Ellis, the chairman of the county commission, who is now probably going to be in a world of trouble because I'm hearing whispers about a recall if he doesn't do this stuff right. Yeah, you heard it here first, or maybe you didn't. But yes, it's chatter about how we recall this Negro. Because it's still some white folks out there that want the dude from Tybee to have that spot. And Chester has come out of the gates effing up big time. Well, give us a word, Kevin. You know, I'm so used to talking on my own. I'm gonna give you some real estate.
No. Go ahead. I mean, because I'm not in tune that much with Savannah politics to know those type intimate details.
I just want to know about Black elected leaders in general. How did Kwame get caught? How, you know, all the Black people around him, like, how do we keep making these rookie mistakes? We know how to stack the system up. We let all our we know how to get all our homies jobs. We just ain't getting them the right ones.
Yeah. I'm
the radical tonight.
It's multi-layered. I mean, for instance, like on the issue we were talking about earlier with Van Johnson and him advocating for the police during the Black Lives Matter protest last summer. That bit of details that he was a police officer shows where his support came from, and I guess you got to follow the money. Like if you have a Black candidate and you seeing who's donating to their campaigns, you know that they're gonna want something back in return. Like we don't have the money to put a candidate through that's gonna really speak for the people. Like, and I don't think we have a program where Black folks are willing to donate to political organizations. We don't have the money to donate to political organizations, so it's multi-layered.
It's multi, and that is why I say when we get into these elected offices, if we don't feed our people, something is wrong with us. We can't be mad. Let me share this. I want to share a clip from Malcolm X. I was reading an article and they said what Malcolm X said back then is true today. Let me get this queued up for you guys.
Man, Malcolm ain't been wrong yet.
At all.
I love Malcolm. Nah. I can't think of nothing Malcolm said I disagree with. The only thing, he mixed religion with the movement at first.
You're right.
That's the only thing I disagree with. But hey, go ahead, Malcolm. Say your thing, brother.
All right. Make it big. All right. We ready?
I would say that just because a person is a Negro or a Black American does not mean he's going to struggle for Negro rights or for jobs for Negroes or anything else. I think that today you could point to a large number of Negro leaders who have consistently betrayed Negroes in a whole host of areas.
They aren't really Negro leaders. These are puppets that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. These are parrots that have been put in front of the Negro community by white liberals. You can't name me a Negro leader who has been betrayed Negroes, who has not been endorsed, sanctioned, subsidized, and supported by the white liberals.
Yes.
True, right?
Absolutely. We get thrown these leaders. Like, who the hell voted for Killer Mike to be a leader for Black people? Who? Like, let me tell you how he exposed himself last summer. Okay, so he's been touting all this talk. He's an organizer. Now, I've been organizing since 2005. So you agitate the people. You agitate the people with your words through your songs, and you talk all this radical talk. Now here we ready. The people are ready to explode. What do? You get on TV and tell people to go home and sit down. You get your bitch ass on TV and cry. T.I. get on TV and call Atlanta Wakanda. Like, who are these puppets that are being placed as Black leaders? And why the hell do we have rappers that are speaking for the people? You got Atlanta about to explode, and you got T.I. on the TV. Like, that's like the Dave Chappelle joke about, let's see what Ja Rule got to say. Like, why the hell is T.I. talking to the people, to the city, to the world? Because at that time we were still in the quarantine. Why is T.I. talking to the world about black people in Atlanta? Like, we don't have any black leaders, educated organizers who really actually do the work to speak for us. You don't, as an organizer, you don't agitate the people and get the people ready to strike. Whether it's strike or protest, you're getting them to an action that's going to give you your ultimate leverage. You don't agitate the people, and then once you get them there and they're ready to explode and you tell them to chill. I've been agitating workers for a year, getting them ready to strike. Now they ready to strike, and I said, oh, no. Y'all go back home. Y'all chill. Don't worry. What? What are you doing? Like, you ain't no organizer. No, you was put there to, you are the opiate for the people. You are the new Al Sharpton. When the people are ready to explode, they inject you with a dose of that opium. Oh, no, y'all chill out. We gotta, no. The people run it. When the people are ready to take over, the people run it. No, I don't care who it was. It was a bunch of goons stepping up. Erykah Badu.
Put the Killer Mike one up. Put the Killer Mike one. This is the one you're talking about where he wore it. Look, he did this right here.
That boy, what the hell was that? Like, what you crying for? What you crying? Because they tearing down the Linux Mall? Really? And you're an organizer, brother? No, boy, you was a goofy. Boy, sit your ass down some way. What the hell was that? Nah, you don't know. When the people are ready to take it there, you let the people take it there. You are not the leader to say, y'all go home. No, hell no. The people are mad. And just a day before that, you had someone get killed in Atlanta. And it was right during the time of George. I was in Minneapolis when George Floyd happened. Like, I was there from the first day. The people took over. Like, they tried to do the same thing in Minneapolis. The first day of the protest, they brought the old civil rights leaders in. They came in with that praying. The young kids came in there and booed, told them to shut up that praying. Like, and that's what turned the protests up. The protesters was protesting against the organizers of the protests. When the first day of the George Floyd incident, they came in there with the same old routine. They brought the civil rights leaders in there, and they started praying, and they started with the church songs. No, those kids was not having that shit. They trying the same old routine, and Killer Mike just part of that same routine. Killer Mike and T.I. What? Come on.
I know. Since when? I know. But that's what they do to us. Listen, that is what they do to us. They have made sure, this country has made sure that we stay embroiled in pop culture, rap, drugs, the club, big chains, booty popping, women whopping, singing about our vaginas, singing about your penis as if we're toddlers having just discovered sexual genitalia. And that's all we want to sing about is sex, hump, sex. Like, that's all we are.
And as much as I love Beyonce, I don't feel Beyonce should be speaking for us. No entertainers. We have educated minds in that area. We have dedicated people who've dedicated their life to organizing in our community. And we skip over those people who actually been doing the work, who actually been boots on the ground, dedicated their life to boots on the ground, organizing the people. And you pick Jay-Z? Really?
Well, here's the thing. We got to remember. Here's what we got to remember. We have got to remember they. Now, when people always ask, who is they? I want to read an excerpt from an article that was in the Philadelphia Tribune. If you guys give me just a second, I got it up here, but yeah, they don't want us to see. Let me show you. I got this for Black History Month. They don't want us to see, these people. They don't want us to start to see Malcolm as a viable leader and Harriet Tubman as a viable leader and, Colin Kaepernick as a viable leader. They don't want us to see these people. we do have modern day leaders. We've got modern day educators. But let me read this excerpt from this article real quick. Tell me what you think about this, Kevin. This is back in October, and it's called "Black Rappers Ain't Black Leaders." Kanye West said, "I like Trump." He also said, "I love this guy, Trump." In addition, he said, "When I put on this MAGA hat, it made me feel like Superman." And about a week ago, Trump's senior advisor tweeted that Ice Cube is using his so-called contract with Black America to collaborate with Trump on his so-called platinum plan, that miraculously is supposed to inject $500 billion into the Black community. Did you now listen? Trump's platinum plan was an absolute insult. I hated it, but that's stories for another day. Black rappers are not Black leaders, and generally speaking, neither are Black athletes, Black singers, Black actors, or any other Black celebrities. In other words, white rappers, white athletes, white singers, white actors, and other white celebrities aren't considered white leaders by white people, are they?
Exactly.
White folks have. Go ahead, Kevin. I'm listening.
Why the hell is Tyler Perry on BET telling Black folks to get a vaccine? Like he's being allowed, and it's like they're not saying I'm a Black leader, but you allow yourself to be put in a space to act as a Black leader. So and that's the sneaky part. That's the sneaky part. It's not. None of them has ever said they were Black leaders. But if the city is burning down and you get a call to say, come to and speak on the news, like you're allowing yourself to be in a space to act as a Black leader, which is, I would have said no.
But I know it's an insult.
That's an insult. Like,
yeah.
no.
So yes, it's an insult. On the vaccine, I'm here. There's this 92%, 94 and 95% effective version. Now I'm starting to see this 70% effective version. If I'm gonna get it, I'm waiting till after the third wave. Make sure everybody died. But then I want the 90% effective. Don't try to get a Black folks to 70% and a 60% effective. Don't give us the crapshoot. I want Black people to think about that. The initial phases of this vaccine, they're gonna try to save all the white people. So don't dig your feet in the ground so tough that you miss out on their initial sets of doses. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna hold off on the vaccine.
I'm holding off for a while. I'm holding off
on the vaccine.
Most of us are. And
I'm not saying I'm not gonna get it, because I definitely in the next few months want to travel internationally, and I know no other country is letting an American in without the vaccine.
Africa looking at you crazy. Looking at you crazy.
Exactly. So I'm gonna have to get it once I go to Africa, but I'm gonna hold on.
So whose definition? Who defines a leader? I want. What are you asking about?
Ronte Frazier. Take the vaccine, Craig.
That's Ronte Frazier. Wait a minute, where is it at again? For the Tyler Perry's new show, Take the Vaccine, Craig. Stimulate yourselves, Craig. Listen. Look, I'm good. I'm good on it. What were we talking about? Oh, so the Black rappers. We've got some Black leaders. Listen, Dr. Joy DeGray Leary is one of the greatest minds and professors of today. She has written the book Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, and she's gone deep with what we need to do to heal mentally as a community and recognizing what behaviors are a result of post-traumatic slave syndrome, all the way down to how we discipline and speak to our children. That she goes deep. I watched one of her lectures. I can't, every time I watch a new one, because she travels around the world giving them. She said something to the effect of just how you respond to your son when he's trying to tell you about his schoolwork. Rather than being excited and welcoming with him and saying, I'm so proud of you, he gets on your nerves and you shoo him away at these critical times, and that has an effect. And then he attributes this negativity with high performance in school. It just gets really, really deep. She's a leader. Listen, I'd rather see her up there. Michael Eric Dyson. I'd rather see. Listen. We've got all these black academicians that they skip over. Listen, put Henry Louis Gates on every damn show. Wear his ass out.
Or my man, what is his name, man? I went to go see him speak. The brother with the beard, the big black dude.
Yeah, Cornel West.
Yeah, no, not him. What is the guy name, man? Umar. Yes, Umar. Like, come on, like we. I mean, and we got Farrakhan. We have people who dedicated their lives to organizing.
We got Rissa Islam. We've got Angela Davis is still alive. I mean, what?
Tamika Mallory.
We got Tamika Mallory.
Well, talk to me. Hold up, wait. What that was? What that was now? What?
So
talk to me about Tamika Mallory now. What's up?
The Women's March on Washington. All of a sudden, it's a black face on the. She's the black face on the face of that. I like her a lot. I want to make sure that she is not one of the puppets. Anybody you got to pay attention to what Malcolm said. It's another clip out there where Malcolm says the ones who are endorsed and propped up and given all the mainstream media time.
I agree.
There's an agenda there. Notice I actually know someone who is a relative of, remember D. Ray McKesson?
Yeah.
So D. Ray McKesson was a real grassroots leader that came out of the Ferguson era and got, famous and was traveling around. They tried to attach him to the Black Lives Matter movement. And he separated because he was like, yeah, I'm with it as a social movement, but the organization, yeah, y'all not going to hijack what black people need for, another agenda that has nothing to do with, you being you. I can't take my black off when I walk through the door. You can't take your black off. You gonna walk through the door and you black, but we don't have to know what your preference is. That story's for another day. On how we advocate for social justice, but so he's separated, and he's kind of still an authentic grassroots leader, but he's not mainstream. Now they giving pay attention now. Pay attention, and I'm gonna tell you to pay attention to this in these small towns. Look at how they use the NAACP in places like Savannah, and they give all these fake leaders awards, right? Now look at what they're doing. The Black Lives, the BLM organization is getting a Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I've been asking folks I know, because I've been in the organizing world since 2005. I've never met a Black Lives Matter organizer. Who are they? Where are they? Who are these folks? Like, I've never met one, and I've been organizing since 2005. I was in Ferguson. Everywhere something popped off, I was there on the front lines, wilding. I've never, even in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, with what happened last summer, and they was given this is Black Lives Matter. I didn't see no Black Lives Matter. I see some young kids who wasn't with the bullshit. Like, that's what I seen. Like, I don't know who they are. I've never seen them. I don't.
No, nobody. Look.
And I've been organized since 2005, and I've lived and organized in every major city in the United States. I've never met these Black Lives Matter folks. And another group of folks who I've never met, I don't even know who the hell these folks are. Antifa. Who the hell is Antifa? Like where did they come from? And they got all the credit from Minneapolis. Antifa got the credit. That wasn't no damn Antifa. Like, those my homeboys. Like, that was the dude who sold me weed.
Who is Antifa?
I don't know. I don't know who I don't know who these groups. I don't know who these folks are. I've never met it. I've been looking for organizing jobs because I don't like to stay places long. I like to bounce around. I've never seen nobody advertising a Black Lives Matter position. I don't know any friends who work for Black Lives Matter. I don't know. I don't know who these folks are. They come out of nowhere, and most Black people, I feel, support the slogan, not the movement.
Yeah, they support. Well, no,
And they don't even know the difference.
Support the social movement, not the organization.
Yes. Yeah.
We support the Black Lives Matter. Okay, just like we know Me Too was a movement, awareness about sexual abuse.
Mm-hmm.
There is no Me Too organization that's collecting money and showing up. We know that there's a Black Lives Matter organization, but we support the social movement, which is
absolutely.
We want you to, so most Black people do, and trying to separate that from people. But you're right. I've never met a Black Lives Matter organizer. There's no, I haven't. But that's because they are an LGBTQ organization first. So the thing.
I've organized with them. I've organized with plenty of those groups. I've still never met no Black
Nobody
Lives Matter
knows that.
Like,
well, that's why we gotta. Hey, listen. I have spoken with some elders, older people who've been in this organizing game for a long time. The same thing goes for Martin. This is going to be touchy now, and it's Black History Month. But they're the kids who were a part of the Student Nonviolence Coordinating Commission.
My man, Mukasa Ricks.
They were planning to overwhelm the jail system in Georgia. And it came out of your alma mater, Albany. You probably heard all these stories. Big organizing in the civil rights movement in Georgia came out of Albany State.
Mm-hmm.
Albany State was sort of the headquarters for all of it, and they were just getting ready to take down and take over the Albany jail, and they had coordinated it. They were protesting and getting arrested all over the state of Georgia, and they say out of obscurity, these Black kids scared them. They plucked Martin Luther King and made him their leader. And this one guy says, this guy is about 88 years old now. He says, we didn't know who that Negro was. He was not with us.
Wow.
We don't even know where he came from.
Wow.
And so he was like, we were so mad they plucked this little Negro out of jail with us. He didn't have nothing to do with all of this and made him the spokesperson, sent him out and told us to calm it down, cool it out, and just completely foiled all their plans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My mentor, Mukasa Ricks, the guy who coined the term Black Power, he told me how a lot of civil rights leaders in Atlanta organized against the Panthers and helped the police capture them. They did the same thing to the Panthers that they doing with this Antifa. Oh, it's outsiders that's causing the problem. Oh, it's not the local Negroes. It's the outsiders that's causing the problem. That same language they're using with Antifa, like this group Antifa, that's the same thing they did with the Panthers. And it's a lot of civil rights leaders in Atlanta that organized against the Panthers because they believed the hype that they were outside troublemakers.
Yep.
Yes. Reverend Orange in Atlanta. Come on, I can call some names out now. It's a bunch of coons.
Well, listen. The Walker's Appeal, which was the big book, rallying the enslaved Black folks to rise up against their masters. Mm-hmm. It was the pastor at First African Baptist that got the copies that came to Savannah and told on all the people that had it. And got everybody arrested and flogged.
Yes.
Black pastor of First African Baptist.
Black pastor selling out. Oh, really? That's like I'm not surprised about that. It's like
why they sell out. You want to hear what's so bad? Why they sell out? Look at this. Let me tell you. It's post-traumatic slave syndrome. Let me tell you. They sell out trying to protect the little pieces of crumbs and little tip in at a little bit of wealth they think they got that white folks give them.
Like the longshoremen in Savannah.
Yep. They just sitting there. They
They get a
eating
piece
from
of
a
crumb.
spigot. They're
They get
eating
some
from a
crumb.
spigot. Yeah, and they don't want to. They don't want to cut off their little crumbs. I just got my little. They just squeezing it out. Oh, I got more. They don't even realize they just out there. Oh, do. They just. That's it. They.
Mhm.
They don't want to. They got a little bit of something. Let me tell you something. Here's what I told you. This is a message for Black leaders. You don't take notice of what I told them, and I'm being facetious, but I'm kind of. If the payoff is not $10 million, don't do it. Don't do it. If it ain't $10 million, if you can't guarantee me $10 million to go sell my people out, or to go rig whatever or do whatever, screw you.
You
Because
cheat. 10
anything,
million. They got 10 million to give you. That's peanuts to them.
but
Like, I need a
exactly.
bill.
But
I
you know
need
what
a
they,
whole dollar.
listen, these, I bet you, all the Black leaders that have been paid off, nobody, do you think any of them got a private yacht?
Nah. Black leaders?
No,
Oh yeah.
you think they got a private yacht? You think that they got, you think that they have a net worth of over $1 million from their payoffs?
Nah, because
They
they're
probably got a
financially
few
independent.
houses. They probably getting 9. Maybe they got an income of $10,000 coming in. That's still not enough.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
What you think they getting? What you think you say the mayors and everybody's paid off? What you think they got a free house? They selling out for a house note that they could just.
Yeah. They got somebody in their family a job. They may have gotten a tip to buy land in a certain area that may increase over a period of time. Yeah, those type things.
But
Like
it ain't no generational life changing.
oh no, absolutely not. Nah,
I heard they was
no.
offering $40,000 at one point. I said $40,000. That don't even pay off my graduate school
Man,
loan. That's
stop
my ass for that.
Man, stop that,
That's
bro.
probably why they ain't never came to me and tried to pay me off. I'm from LA. I'm like, shit.
Well, I'm waiting for them to come to talk to me to pay me off. Cause see, we need to talk about some things just to see. Like, just come have the conversation with me. I'm willing to negotiate about some shit. Just come holler at me, Illuminati. We can talk about something.
The Illuminati is not interested in you being a member. You will destroy the whole establishment. You will storm out of there and upset them people like you upset the Christians. Once you tell them that you don't believe in their golden calf, that you getting kicked out. As soon as you compare their Dark Lord and Savior mullet bow to crack. Hey, if y'all worshiping this dude, y'all worshiping this devil right here, if y'all worshiping Satan, it's like crack. It's like, no, for them it'll be opioids. That's like opioids. You're gonna be an opioid addict. That's what he do to y'all. Y'all know y'all don't never get out, but we have gone a little bit off the rails today. But Biden. So I was gonna talk about the GOPQ. They calling it the G. Chris Como on CNN called him the GOPQ now.
Yeah.
Because
I think what we're about to see is a different setup in the political arena in the next few years. I think the Republicans completely discredited themselves with the stunts they pulled in the weeks leading up to the inauguration, and I don't think they'll be able to come back from this. Like, they are too far gone. They are too far gone with the conspiracies. I think this is the end of the Republican Party, and we're going to see a new party come up, and I think we're going to see Democrats in office for a while. I mean, because this QAnon conspiracy stuff has completely divided the party. I mean, we have conservative folks, but we got folks who don't believe that Robert F. Kennedy is coming back, and just some of the ridiculous stuff they believe. So,
and what is this about this Jewish laser ray? That's what's so great. These people they think that there's a Jewish laser coming to zap people.
And it's so far out, and that message is so easily spread because, I mean, just like, for instance, like in the 90s when you first heard about the Illuminati. Like, didn't that stuff kind of interest you? Like, wow, really? It's the Illuminati and the CBS eyes, the eye. Like, the stuff kind of grabs. Like, when you first get into that conspiracy world, like, it grabs you in. Like, I was like, what?
What? Yeah. And we all learned it when we was in our early 20s, a long time ago. But then you move through life and go, okay, well, if it's really a secret society and they're as powerful as they say, all these books say they probably are really a secret and we're on the wrong trail. Like, if they secret, it can't be that much literature about the secret, you know?
Exactly. And if they're secret, how the hell I'm talking about it in the barbershop? How everybody in the barbershop know? Like, so, I mean, so the most powerful secret organization can't keep their message away from Gator in the barbershop? Like, Gator know about the Illuminati, really? Like, I mean, I ain't no disrespect to my dog Gator. Shout out to Gator, man. But still, it was like, come on now. Like,
yeah. And so it doesn't. So I watched the QAnon videos, and then you watched them. We both watched them around the same time, and you was like, "Nah, man,
nah,
they in love with Trump."
Not from the jump.
From the jump, you were like,
"No,
Trump is the savior." Definitely a cult. But one of the things that I had to stop and think about was, and they use a very good method of persuasion, was, okay, so only celebrities and Democrats are torturing babies to extract adrenochrome in their blood in the name of wrinkle cream?
Exactly. I even thought about it like that.
Like, I'm only doing it so I don't have no. They got enough money to get as much laser shit and airbrush every photo, but they drink. But I'd rather drink tortured babies' blood extract so that I don't have a jowl and get a wrinkly neck. Like,
I don't know. It was from the first time I heard that, I didn't believe it. It was just way too far.
Look, and they were in. It was during the lockdown, so people were watching all the celebrities' IG accounts.
You called it. That's what really gave that momentum, because we was in lockdown and people was on social media and they had time to look at videos. Like, that lockdown gave momentum to a lot of stuff. Like,
it did. People just lost their mind.
Even the protests last summer.
Then the protests, and then and we're gonna wrap up in a second. One of the things that I paid attention to, because I had a good friend that was like, "No, go look at Madonna's and go look at all these celebrities' IGs." Nobody used logic and said maybe all the celebrities look fucked up on their IG because everybody got to go home. Ain't no makeup artist there with them.
Exactly.
So now you see what the real, the camera crew that touches up all their IG pictures before they get posted is not there. They doing their own IG and they look like people.
Yep.
They were like, Sean Puffy Combs he hasn't shaved. He doesn't have adrenochrome. Really? The adrenochrome. So one of the effects of adrenochrome is you never have to shave, black men. So come and drink some baby's blood to keep your hair from growing.
Yeah,
I'm tired of talking to these people. You know I'm tired of talking to these people.
Do the swine.
Yes. Anyway, yes. So we thank you so much. I want to leave you with a little bit of a word tonight. I'm going to try to wrap up each show with a little bit of a closing word. And then we're gonna take it on out there. You have anything you want to leave our people with tonight, Kevin?
Black power.
Well, I don't think that there's gonna be. I don't think that there's gonna be. I don't think that there's gonna be a lockdown. They're doing this they're doing this $1.9 trillion stimulus package to keep us from going into lockdown. So I'm going to leave you guys with this tonight, and take this with you into the night. Pay attention to what our media in the country that we say loves us so much is saying about you and people who look like you. Don't take the word of the mainstream media. You want to go to independent sources like this platform, All Things Relevant Media. We are Black founded, and we are reporting issues and social justice concerns from a decidedly Black perspective. This is a channel for us, by us, unfiltered, uncensored. We just want to bring you the truth. But don't take our word for it either. Anything that you hear on my show or any of the other shows by any of the hosts on All Things Relevant Media, you should check for yourself. We're not here to make up your mind or to persuade you or dissuade you in any other way. We are here to help our people realize equity on the social front, on the economic front, and exceptionally and especially on the messaging, narrative, and communications front. So thank you so much for being a proud supporter by tuning into all of our shows. And thank you for tuning into the Air Scott Hour every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm Air Scott, and this is my co-host,
Kevin. All right, man. Holla at y'all. See y'all next week, people.
We'll holler at you. We out.